How to create a successful launch campaign. Hi, and welcome to my channel, where I share with you the best tips and tricks on how to grow your online business. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of my future videos. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create a successful launch campaign for your new product or service. A launch campaign is a marketing campaign that aims to create awareness, excitement, and demand for your new product or service. It's a way to introduce your product or service to the world, and convince people to try or buy it. But how do you create a successful launch campaign? How do you plan, execute, and measure your launch campaign? Well, don't worry, because I've got you covered. In this video, you'll learn how to create a successful launch campaign for your new product or service in 5 easy steps. You'll learn how to define your launch goals, define your launch audience, define your launch message, define your launch channels, define your launch tactics. By following these strategies, you'll be able to create a successful launch campaign for your new product or service that will boost your brand awareness, customer acquisition, and revenue. So, are you ready to learn how to create a successful launch campaign? Let's get started. Step 1. Define your launch goals. The first step to creating a successful launch campaign is to define your launch goals. Your launch goals are the specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound outcomes that you want to achieve with your launch campaign. For example, some common launch goals are to generate X number of leads or sales in Y days, to increase brand awareness by Z% in Y days, to get X number of downloads or sign-ups in Y days. Your launch goals should be aligned with your overall business goals and strategy. They should also be realistic and attainable, but also challenging and motivating. Your launch goals will help you plan and execute your launch campaign effectively, as well as measure its success. To define your launch goals, you can use a tool like Smart Goal Setting Template, which will help you create clear and actionable goals for your launch campaign. Step 2. Define your launch audience. The second step to creating a successful launch campaign is to define your launch audience. Your launch audience is the group of people who are most likely to be interested in and benefit from your new product or service. They are the people who have a problem that your product or service can solve, or a desire that your product or service can fulfill. To define your launch audience, you need to identify and segment your target market based on various criteria, such as demographics, age, gender, location, income, education, etc. Psychographics, interests, hobbies, values, attitudes, etc. Behavior, online habits, purchase patterns, usage frequency, etc. Needs, pain points, challenges, goals, aspirations, etc. By defining your launch audience, you'll be able to tailor your launch message and channels to their preferences and needs. You'll also be able to create more personalized and relevant experiences for them during your launch campaign. To define your launch audience, you can use a tool like Buyer Persona Template, which will help you create detailed profiles of your ideal customers for your new product or service. Step 3. Define your launch message. The third step to creating a successful launch campaign is to define your launch message. Your launch message is the core message that communicates the value proposition of your new product or service. It's the message that answers the question, why should people care about your new product or service? To define your launch message, you need to craft a clear and compelling statement that highlights the problem that your product or service solves, the solution that your product or service provides, the benefits that your product or service delivers, the differentiation that sets your product or service apart from others. Your launch message should be simple and concise, but also powerful and persuasive. It should capture the attention and interest of your launch audience and motivate them to take action. To define your launch message, you can use a tool like Value Proposition Canvas, which will help you create a strong value proposition for your new product or service. Step 4. Define your launch channels. The fourth step to creating a successful launch campaign is to define your launch channels. Your launch channels are the platforms and mediums that you use to reach and engage with your launch audience. They are the channels that allow you to deliver your launch message and tactics to your potential customers. To define your launch channels, you need to choose the best channels that suit your product or service type and category. your target market size and location, your launch goals and budget, your launch audience preferences and behavior. Some of the common launch channels are email marketing, social media marketing, content marketing, video marketing, influencer marketing, paid advertising, public relations, webinars and events. You don't have to use all of these channels, but you should use a mix of them to create a multi-channel launch campaign that maximizes your reach and impact. You should also test and optimize your channels to ensure that they are effective and efficient. To define your launch channels, you can use a tool like Marketing Channel Evaluation Tool, which will help you evaluate and select the best channels for your launch campaign. Step 5. Define your launch tactics. The fifth and final step to creating a successful launch campaign is to define your launch tactics. Your launch tactics are the specific actions and activities that you implement to execute your launch campaign. They are the tactics that create buzz, generate leads, and drive sales for your new product or service. To define your launch tactics, you need to plan and schedule your launch campaign in phases, such as pre-launch, the phase before you officially launch your product or service, where you build anticipation and excitement for your launch. Launch, the phase when you officially launch your product or service, where you announce and showcase your product or service to the world. Post-launch, the phase after you officially launch your product or service, where you follow up and nurture your leads and customers. For each phase, you need to define the specific tactics that you will use to achieve your launch goals, such as creating a landing page or a website for your product or service, building an email list and sending email newsletters and promotions, creating and sharing valuable content, such as blog posts, podcasts, ebooks, etc., creating and posting engaging videos, such as teasers, trailers, demos, testimonials, etc., collaborating with influencers and experts who can endorse and promote your product or service, running paid ads on search engines, social media platforms, or other websites, pitching to media outlets and journalists who can feature and review your product or service, hosting webinars or events where you can demonstrate and sell your product or service. You should also define the metrics that you will use to measure the performance and success of your launch tactics, such as traffic, the number of visitors to your landing page or website, conversion, the percentage of visitors who take a desired action, such as signing up, downloading, or buying, engagement, the level of interaction and feedback from your audience, such as likes, comments, shares, ratings, etc., revenue, the amount of money that you generate from your sales. To define your launch tactics, you can use a tool like Launch Plan Template, which will help you create a detailed plan and timeline for your launch campaign. Conclusion. And that's how you create a successful launch campaign for your new product or service in 5 easy steps. By following these strategies, you'll be able to define your launch goals that show how you can set specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals for your launch campaign. Define your launch audience that show how you can identify and segment your target audience for your launch campaign. Define your launch message that show how you can craft a clear and compelling message that communicates the value proposition of your product or service. Define your launch channels that show how you can choose the best channels to reach and engage your audience for your launch campaign. Define your launch tactics that show how you can implement the best tactics to create buzz, generate leads, and drive sales for your launch campaign. I hope you found this video helpful and informative. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone who might benefit from it. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of my future videos on how to grow your online business. Also check out our ebooks and other training resources on entrepreneurship, startups, other business, and money-making tips in the descriptions below. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.